understand this. This is not another good title. This is a mystery. That the weak can become a veteran. A non-entity can become a champion. A charlatan can become a ruler. A beggar can be lifted up from the dunghill and established among princes to inherit thrones of glory. That you may not be strong, yet you'll be chosen. It's a mystery. That you may have lost everything, yet you have everything. So when Satan fought you and took everything from you, God allowed it so that season can teach you prayer. Because it's because you didn't have it, that's why you prayed. Now that the season has come, there's an outpouring. And then everything Satan stole, he was keeping for you. And then suddenly the wealth of the Gentiles is transferred to the saints.
Welcome to SoundDoctrine Gospel Channel.
Number 2, what is the implication of the outpouring? Revival and restoration. That means when you come under the outpouring, everything you have lost will come back to you. Because even science understands that nothing can be lost in this realm. It's called the law of matter. It says matter can neither be created nor destroyed, but can be transformed or changed from one form to another. So everything you said you lost, you didn't lose. It either relocated or it changed form. When the outpouring happened, there is a spiritual intelligence that regovernises everything you have lost and brought it back and brings it back to you. In Joel 2:25, he said, I will restore the years that the cankerworm, the caterpillar worm, the palmer worm has stolen from you. It will come back. See, some of you don't know. You have lost seasons. Until the outpouring happens, you can never fulfill your destiny. Because in the program of God, the last 10 years of your life should have been the years of your preparation. But you wasted it playing video game. You wasted it attending clubs. You wasted it fighting and quarreling in battles that were not necessary. Based on Satan's calculation, now you are finished. And he has given up on you. This one can never fulfill ministry anymore. He has been disgraced in Port Harcourt. Everybody knows that it's a failure. This one can never fulfill ministry anymore. The things he should learn, he didn't learn them. His generation has gone ahead. Then suddenly the outpouring comes. Suddenly the outpouring comes. Then the years are restored. Then the hand of God comes upon you. And even those who are ahead, he said the hand of the Lord came upon Elijah. He outran the chariots of Ahab. So those who were ahead, as though that they have taken over their generation, as though they are in charge, suddenly the hand of God, suddenly the outpouring comes, and they check you that was last. They now discover that in this question, in this kingdom, there is a law called spiritual paradox. The first becomes the last. The last becomes the first. It depends on what vehicle you are using. Why some of them are using human connection? Why some of them are using experience? Why some of them are using human strategy? For those of us that stay under the cloud, the hand of God comes upon us. And when the hand of God descends, we outrun the chariots. I prophesy to someone, this is your season of restoration. This is your season of revival. Everything you have lost, I command them manipulated back into your destiny in the name of Jesus. You don't know why he's called the Ebenezer. You don't know why he's called the Alpha and Omega. In the realm of God, there are powers, there are mysteries, there are possibilities. He's not called God for nothing. When he's called God, you need to understand that it means sovereign. And for him to be sovereign, there are three things. There is deity, there is divinity, and there is supremacy. He's not God by chance. Within the context of his deity, he is called omnipotent. That means he has all power. He can do and undo. He's called omniscient. He's called the ever-present God, the I am that I am. That means he exists for himself, and he is the reason for existence, and he has the power to make everything to come under the counsel of his will. So anybody who comes under him, his sovereignty is demonstrated in that he is never too late, in that his life can never fail, in that nobody can say it is an end for you, not in hell, not on earth. He said, who is it that saith a thing and it cometh to pass when the Lord commanded it not? Your circumstance can't say it, Satan can't say it, man can't say it, because even if they say it and it appears as if it is happening, wait until the Spirit is poured. Wait until the Spirit is poured. The wilderness can become a fruitful field. The fruitful field can become a forest, I don't know where you are, but you came under a cloud. And I make bold to declare to you tonight, there is revival and there is restoration. Sit down for a moment. Understand this. This is not another good title. This is a mystery. That the weak can become a veteran. A non-entity can become a champion. A charlatan can become a ruler. A beggar can be lifted up from the dunghill and established among princes to inherit thrones of glory. That you may not be strong, yet you'll be chosen. It's a mystery. That you may have lost everything, yet you have everything. So when Satan fought you and took everything from you, God allowed it so that season can teach you prayer. Because it's because you didn't have it, that's why you prayed. Now that the season has come, there's an outpouring. And then everything Satan stole, he was keeping for you. And then suddenly the wealth of the Gentiles is transferred to the saints. I speak to somebody prophetically tonight. This is the morning of your life. I say you are rising to a new beginning in the name of Jesus Christ. Number 3, please sit down. What is the effect of the outpouring? It's transformation of character. There are heights where you may enter by giftings, but it will take character to remain there. This is why open door is not yet an open door until you have the character to stay in the room. Because a door may be open, but you'll be kicked out of that room. So when the outpouring comes, God does not just open doors, he shapes your character. He refines your character. In Ezekiel 36 verse 26 to 27, when the Spirit is poured, he says, I will change your heart. I will give you a new heart. I will give you a character that is able to host my glory and represent my interest. The outpouring changes men. You go check the apostles out. They spoke foolishly. Many times Jesus just ignores them because they didn't speak like people who were around the master. You are wondering, how can somebody walk with Jesus and talk like this? They were with Jesus when Jesus multiplied bread. Yet they were traveling and Jesus was speaking about the living of the Pharisees. And they couldn't get it. And they were saying, oh, maybe the bread is not enough. Let's take more bread. And Jesus is asking, what's wrong with you? Is it not in your presence that we just multiply 5 loaves? Who is telling you bread is not enough? We are talking about the character of the Pharisees here. Jesus tells them that your Lazarus is asleep. They say, if he's asleep, where are we going? Jesus now says, okay, let me come to your level. He's dead. And Thomas say, oh, if he's dead, let's go and die with him. What? Are these the people that will change the world? With that kind of mentality.
Thank you for watching our videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. God bless you.